Hey guys, so today we're going to quickly go through some of the top features on Android 15. It's been released for most of your Pixel phones and it's still rolling out for Samsung and other Android providers. So first up is private space, which allows users to keep a private app in a separate space. So basically, if you have a bank account or a social media app that you don't want other people to have access to, even if they are using your phone, you can lock it away with additional authentication. So every time you want to access this app, you will have to unlock your phone and again unlock another little space, which you can have different PIN for. You can have a different fingerprint if you want. Once you have Android 15, you can go into your settings, type in private space, and you will set up your PIN, and then you will get this menu. It is pretty simple and straightforward new feature. So you can obviously choose when to lock your app. You can lock it when the device locks. You can obviously hide the private space. You can delete the private space if you no longer want it. So it has pretty basic settings. So once you have it set up, it's pretty easy to access it. On your home screen, when you go into your app drawer, there's a new section near the bottom now, which is called private space. So first time you'll come in, it will look like this. The apps are hidden. So only way to access this would be to unlock with your fingerprint or unlock with the new PIN that you set up. And once you unlock it, you have access to those hidden apps that you want to keep private. You can obviously have more, you can install more apps from the Play Store and add to the library you already have. It is a pretty simple feature. There's not much to it. I think it is nice to have, but it's still very basic and there's some functionality that is missing. First thing I don't like about this new feature is obviously the option to always see the private space near the bottom. So once you come into your app drawer and someone else comes to your app drawer and they scroll to the bottom, they know you're hiding something, so it's not really that helpful. I would like it to have some kind of maybe a hidden folder that we can use to access rest of the apps. And it obviously is missing additional features like hiding your videos, your pictures, your files. Take for example Samsung secure folder. There you can obviously have basically a different phone. On the Chinese ROM, again, you can have a different profile, so you can access everything separate. I think all that stuff is missing, but I think it's good start. I'm sure they'll be adding it to make it a bit more usable. So one of the top new features is theft protection. So there's two parts. The first part is theft detection lock. This basically will detect if your phone has been snatched away using AI and if someone's running away or driving away, and will automatically lock the phone so they can't access your sensitive data like your bank account or your photos that you have. The second one is the ability to remote lock. So if you set this up and you have a phone number to it, you can lock your phone from anywhere. So if it's been stolen and the detection hasn't worked, you can automatically you can also manually lock it as well. They both seem to be much needed, especially with stuff going on in London, and if they work well, I think they are going to be a really useful addition. Another new feature is app archiving. So let's say you have an app that you don't use very often but still want to keep it on your device, but you will need to save some space. So you can go into any app, you can hold on to it, click on app info, that will take you to the archive menu here. So if you click on archive, this will compress the app and save a lot more storage, but it's still on your device. So if you want to use it, you have to restore it. So once you click on it, it will go back and decompress and it'll be ready for you to use again. One of the new features that I use quite often is the partial screen recording. So if you go into your settings, normally when you start screen recording, it's recorded the whole screen now, but if you go into screen recording now, you have the option to record one app or the entire screen. So here we can choose one app, and once we click next, it will ask us to choose the app we want. So let's say in this case, we'll choose the Play Store and we'll start recording, and we can obviously go through the Play Store and do what we want, and it will record the screen. But if we were to leave the Play Store recording and go to a different app, it will stop recording there. And once we jump back into Play Store, it will continue recording, and yeah, just keep that in focus. So if you stop that recording now, and if we just jump into the preview, we'll see it will not record anything else. For example, us going onto the home screen, right? It did not record that part. It does black it out. Another addition, which is small but really useful, is the volume panel. Before you had obviously the ability to control it, put it on silent and speaker or whatever you want, but now you have a lot more control over it. So if you click on the three dots here, you can have individual items. Here you have any other apps that are playing sound like YouTube or social media, and you can change volumes for each one with a bigger panel, so it's easier to play around with, and it's a lot easier to change and keep it custom.